For the last 3 years, I've been trying to be ultra productive. But it's like everything is so destroyed in the self improvement space and the productivity space with all these billions of different useless tactics that don't work. Even the effective stuff, like I'll tell you later, it's so elusive and broken that we don't even understand it ourselves. But to actually engage and be productive is something that, alhamdulillah, only now during May, I've genuinely started to get a grasp of. I'm in my last year of school, grade 12. I'm starting this business that alhamdulillah is doing really well now, and I really want to help lots of Muslims in the way. I want to train, I want to diet, I want to go on deen. There's so many things to do that I kind of just force myself to actually learn what productivity is about. And inshallah, I've literally, bro, boosted my productivity like crazy. I really want to teach you this stuff because it's actually insane. Stuff that's really hard, so I'm just going to preface that. It's not some joke thing, it's real. But before I start, I just want to say Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sultan. I teach brothers in this content how to progress in their deen and how to achieve in this life and inshallah in the next life. So if that connects to you, please subscribe inshallah and let's get on with the video. So before I start, I want to start with some mindset stuff. I want you to start with productivity with the sense of ihsan. The understanding that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put you on this earth. He wants you to do well and he says man will not get anything unless he works hard. So obviously we have to try our best and genuinely put our all into the work that we do. Number one, real deep work. Habibi, before you click off the video and say like, oh, it's one of those, Habibi, I have my 2 deep work blocks. I've been on self-improvement for 3 years and I thought I knew what deep work was. All we know is focused, shallow work. Because I started thinking, when I'm in a test situation, it's like my life disappears. Only my mind is there. And I realized that it's because I just wasn't distracted at all. I could have focused, shallow work, which is where I get that sometimes that flow state, literally the coffee breaks, the pee breaks, the standing up, the going and doing different things, literally going to pee, which is something I used to do in the middle of my deep work blocks. That destroys complete deep work. I'll even be candid today. I lost my deep work block because I left my room for 5 seconds because I thought something was happening outside. That destroys deep work. Because deep work is completely undistracted work. And I'll leave a second part, which is to completely compress your deep work blocks. Because then I would start trying to do like an Andrew Tate type of life where it's like, I'm just grinding 4 or 5 hours of work. Dude, you're not actually working. Like I'm telling you from personal experience. I wasn't working most of that time. I would just kind of procrastinate until I actually had to do stuff. But me focusing and narrowing down my deep work to not getting distracted and having literally 2 hours to do it a day has obviously made like these videos, like you can see, less edited, less fluff. Whether it's studying, whether it's anything, work on the stuff that actually matters for a shorter period of time with more bursts of energy and zero distractions. That is deep work at its core, and that's real deep work. That's stuff that none of us see, and it's been changing my productivity completely. The next thing is diet. I'm an Andrew Tate fan, and I love what he does, but he's a bit exaggerative with this. But coffee is amazing. Coffee is king. I've done experiments on myself when I'm on coffee and off coffee when it comes to work. And lots of people like to say they don't like caffeine or whatever. That's up to you. But for me, caffeine is the stimulant that just switches me on when it comes to working. And it just increases my deep work focus and productivity an insane amount. You've obviously heard about carbohydrates destroying your focus. It's a real thing. Yesterday, I ate carbohydrates when I wasn't supposed to because I was just super hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I've been cutting for like 6 months. So I craved carbohydrates like water at this point, and it was getting very difficult for me to kind of resist. So yeah, I did eat it. And literally, I started getting tired at 8 o'clock. I started wanting to sleep at 8 o'clock. It's crazy how carbohydrates make your blood sugar spike and all the other sciencey stuff that just don't do it. It's just bad for your productivity. I recommend that your coffee is something that you drink as close as you can to your deep work block, and carbohydrates is something you eat as far away as you can from your deep work block. Eat fats and proteins as close as you can so that obviously you can eat and not be hungry while you're doing